talks about ghost production in the industry, right? Has anybody accused you of ghost production? What did you do?
So I just took out my pen drive and said, I think we got I just actually announced it. We got DJs, Mr. Whatever taking over. I'm done. Have a great night. And I just walked out.
Some DJs have been accused of playing pre-recorded sets. Right, and I know it exists. What do you think about it, like the fake DJ controversy?
It is wrong. You should not do that.
Yes.
There was a lot of drugs and all that stuff going on in that party and everything like that. I started my set at 10:15 and 10:30 the cops come in, the narcotics department comes and just raids the place and shuts it down. And the first person says, up, niche aao.
So what is the wildest or the craziest or the most strangest thing a fan has ever done to get your attention?
Yeah, I have spent hours when he's spinning music. I've just been watching him. I didn't need to have a drink. I didn't need to party. I didn't need to dance. I didn't need to even look at the girls over there or anything. I've actually sat there at the console on the side, and I think at some point in time he must have felt that this guy is really weird. I mean, what is he doing? I must have creeped him out. Bin Tere Sanam was actually produced when I had my first breakup.
So what was more, the heartbreak or the success?
Somebody actually asked me a question saying that how did you come up with a melody and an original song like Bin Tere Sanam? I was like, is it my original song? Damn, let me get more royalties out of it. And then I met Jatin ji and Lalit ji. They were so happy. तुमने हमारे गाने को यहाँ से यहाँ लेके गए हो.
Suketu, you're one artist who says who never had to face any criticism in the industry. What about a female fan? Any female fan encounters? Come on, even if you have, you have to.
Sachi.
Stranded on a deserted island.
Don't ask me that.
Okay, if you had to perform for any big Bollywood celebrity, who would that be?
Akshay Kumar. The party would get over at 10 o'clock and I'd be home at 10:30 in the night. Chilling, sleeping. I can wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for my workout. The best person to do a party for. 7 p.m. your party starts. 10 o'clock you'll say pack up, go home.
Do you have a nickname?
Yeah, Suku.
Suku, how cute.
Yeah.
Suku, I love your music. How are you, Suku? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ripple Reach, where we celebrate the legends who have redefined music and inspired generations. Today, it's an absolute honor to host a name that needs no introduction. A maestro whose beats have set the gold standard in the music industry. The one and only DJ Suketu. He's not just a DJ, he's a revolution in the Indian music industry. A pioneer, a visionary, and an artist who turned the art of remixing into a phenomenon. DJ Suketu gave us some of the most unforgettable remixes of all time. His debut album, 440 Volts, brought us the iconic track, Pyar Zindagi Hai. A song that didn't just top charts, it became an anthem of its time. And then came Bin Tere Sanam, a track that shattered records, ruled the charts for 20 weeks straight, and still gets us on our feet every single time it plays. His music isn't just played, it's felt. It's a soundtrack of our celebrations, our memories, and our most unforgettable nights. An artist with a heart as big as his talent, he's inspired countless young DJs to dream big and make their mark. Today, we are here to celebrate his story, his artistry, and the passion that continues to light up dance floors everywhere. So let's welcome the legend himself, DJ Suketu. Welcome to my podcast, Suketu.
Thank you very much.
I'm
Shilpi.
so grateful, and I'm so happy that you're here today. Finally, my God, my most awaited guest on this podcast.
Don't say that. What will the others feel then? Yeah. Then you release this episode last, so nobody else hears.
No. Okay, so tell me, Suketu, where are you originally from?
Born and brought up in Bombay itself. Sorry, Mumbai.
That's okay. I say Bombay. So you are South Bombay boy, or what is it?
South Bombay boy.
You're South Bombay.
Born and brought up at Malabar Hill. Lived there all my life. Studied also at Paikala.
You live in Malabar Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, after marriage, shifted to Marine Drive. So now I'm there.
Oh, amazing. And which school and college did you go to? We just want to get a little bit about your personal life, what exactly it is.
I think she wants to know if I'm educated or know if I'm not. No. I went to St. Mary's ISC in Paikala.
Okay.
After which I went to HR College of Commerce and Economics.
HR.
I did my BCom from there. And then I did my Masters in Commerce from Bombay University. And after that I did my MBA from SPGN Institute of Management and Research.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And while you were in college, did anything happen which made you decide like DJ is your calling, or because you did commerce and everything?
Right. So the thing is that I'm from a Gujarati family.
Okay.
Dad had a business. And
what exactly is your full name?
Suketu Radia.
Okay.
Yeah. So Radia is my surname. And Gujarati family, dad's a businessman, but very, very inclined towards music. His thing was that he was okay with any of us brothers doing anything in life as long as we finished our education till the end.
Of course.
So I think that's the reason why all of us, all three brothers, I have an elder brother and a younger brother.
Okay.
We all finished our education all the way till MBA with that proper Gujarati mindset. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. And you're married?
Yes, I am.
Any kids?
16 years, no kids.
If you don't mind me asking.
My wife and me did not want to have kids. We had decided that before we got married, even when we were dating, even when we were engaged, every step that we took forward to, decide to live our life together, we had decided that we didn't want kids.
Any reason? What is it?
A couple of things. Firstly, my wife has her own ad agency and design studio as well.
Okay.
And she's got a business of her own which is making organic artisan soaps.
Oh, wow.
So her business also was taking up a lot of her time.
Okay.
And I knew, and I never wanted to stop my career and my work because I was always traveling, gigging, studios, everything. So I did not, we didn't think it was fair for any of us to have the other one give up their passion and their creativity. So that was one thing which is, and when you have a child, no matter how much you say you like it or not, somebody needs to take a step back and be there. And I think one of the biggest issues in the world today is that we are just populating our world with limited resources.
Yeah.
So I even feel that it's a responsibility that if I get somebody into this world, he or she should have a fantastic life ahead.
Absolutely. What does a regular day in DJ Suketu's life look like when you're not performing or working? Do you have hobbies or activities besides music?
So I'm pretty much of a homebody. I love being at home.
Okay.
My regular day starts normally at about 5:30 a.m.
Wow.
I've always been a morning person. Even when I had to study, I could never stay up late and study. I used to always wake up early in the morning and study. That was my thing. So post 1 p.m. I'm pretty much useless.
So what do? You wake up at 5:30 then?
5:30, a little bit of a morning routine of, hot water drinking, etc., whatever.
Black coffee?
No, black coffee comes after the workout actually.
Okay.
Then the workout, and after the workout it's again fruits, coffee, etc., breakfast. And then I try to head to studio. Most of my studios at Shivaji Park.
Okay.
I have an institute as well. But I teach DJing, and then back home, and then evening time is spending time with either my wife or I go and visit my mom.
ये शाम कुछ ऐसी थी. I see all these Instagram, on Instagram stories. आज की शाम कुछ something ऐसी थी. Oh, that's really nice. I like what you do.
But more than anything, one thing, my hobby, which I don't know why people feel it's very difficult to believe when I tell them that. I love doing nothing and watching movies. I've actually spent 17 hours in front of the television and only ordering Swiggy and just sitting there on my lazy boy, not doing anything. 17 hours is my record.
17 hours
of television.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Yeah, I know.
You nearly spent half your day.
Absolutely.
But that's okay, you work so hard, sometimes you just don't want to do anything,
Absolutely.
Like I imagine, I just want to go home, just lie on my bed and watch Netflix. And eat, and sleep.
Absolutely.
So that's okay, that's fine. Being from Mumbai, are you a fan of street food?
Absolutely.
Seriously? What do you like the most?
The Bhel at B Road, Marine Drive, you must try.
Bhel?
Yeah, the Bhel at B Road, it's fantastic.
Okay.
Then in Malabar Hill at Dongar C Road in the street, there's one sandwich wala who's there, is fabulous.
Okay.
Badshah for Faluda at Crawford Market.
Okay.
And there's one guy called Manohar at Girgaon Chowpatty.
Okay.
He has the best pav bhaji and tawa pulao ever. And this is all street food. Amazing.
My mouth is watching. Trust me. Pav bhaji.
Yeah.
What about vada pav?
There's one which is at Shivaji Park again. That guy sits next to the Shivaji Park Samshan Bhumi.
Okay.
Excellent. I think it's called Jai Maharashtra Vada Pav or something like that. Fabulous.
Yeah. And what's that one dish you can't live without?
Oh,
you're a Gujarati, right?
That question,
You're a Gujarati, no?
Yeah.
So you're a vegetarian.
No.
You
Not
serious?
Oh yeah, I'm a very bad Gujarati.
You're a hardcore non-vegetarian?
Hardcore.
So no theplas, no dhoklas?
No, that all is there.
All in that?
Yeah, that all is there.
So ghar mein you have that kind of food?
Yeah. No, even at home, cook also as well. No worries at all.
Okay.
Yeah, no issues on that front.
Your wife is a Gujarati?
Yeah, she's a Gujarati as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's that one dish?
Well, but it's not a Gujju dish, yeah.
Please tell me. It's okay.
I mean-
Nobody's going to judge your loyalty.
French fries.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How cute is that?
24/7, 365 days of the year, breakfast, lunch, dinner, I can live on fries.
You're serious?
Piri piri fries,
Ghar par
just
bhi?
salted fries, pusin fries, truffle fries. You name the, if they are fries,
Yeah?
I can eat it.
So you can survive
Steak
on fries.
anything.
Oh,
Everything.
wow.
I just love it. I know it's super simple, but I absolutely love it.
I love fries too, but not to this
No,
extent.
I'm telling you, I mean, like, it's like my hangover food. It's like my energy food. It's like if I know I'm going to be, not going to get food for a very long time. I mean, it's everything for me. French
So
fries.
you go
is
back
like
to the room at night after a gig and then
French
order
fries.
French fries?
French fries.
Can you take us back to the early days of your life? The time where you realized you wanted to become a DJ.
So the thing is that I always wanted to do something in music.
Okay.
I learned the tabla for 4 years when I was from the age of 12 to 16.
Okay.
I've given a lot of performances live as well with Sonu Nigam, with Pandit Jasraj. I've jammed with
Tabla?
Shivamani. Yeah, on the tabla, yeah. I've actually
You
played
used to jam with them?
Yeah.
So this is, okay, let me come to the point. After college, what were you doing?
So that's the thing. This was all during the school time, and then after that, I got into college after my school, and I think at about 16. And when I got into college, I started doing a lot of performances in the talent parades of the college, playing the tabla. And I
okay.
realized that nobody was ever coming to watch me play the tabla.
Yeah.
I've in fact even given solo performances
Oh,
on stage.
wow.
I've played with Roop Kumar Rathod as well, for one of his functions. And then one day DJ Hussain comes for the TYBCom farewell party, and the minute he gets off his car, I saw all the girls just running behind him. They were like, man. And I was like, nobody comes for a tabla performance ever. And people are just throwing themselves at him and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, Hussain, this, that. So I said, let me just stand beside him and see what he's doing. And that time, of course, he was playing on records and vinyls, and I was just watching it, and I got pretty intrigued with the fact that, oh wow, this is something different. I've heard of of a DJ really, but this is the first time I had an experience firsthand to actually watch a DJ perform. And then I said, let me see if I can take this up. So straight went down to my college principal's office and said, you stop paying people to come from outside to play. I'll play free for you for all the college functions, no matter what happens. I have a fantastic collection of music, so give me a chance.
Oh,
And then
nice.
one thing led to another, and what started off just as a hobby side by side with the tabla slowly got packed up in the cupboard, and the decks and the vinyls and everything came on front. And then after that, there was no looking back. I think by the time I finished BCom, so many people in South Bombay knew that I was playing music and I was spinning music and I was good, that I started getting a lot of private events and parties and shows. And then came the DMC DJ Mixing Championships to India from UK.
Okay.
I watched it for the first year.
Which year was this?
This was 1998.
Wow.
Yeah, and then 1999 I thought I'll take part. They were here for 3 years, 98, 99 and 2000. So I took part in 99, where I came first runner-up in Bombay and second runner-up in India. And then I went to London to the DMC headquarters to train with them. So I trained there, I came back and I won Bombay and India, and then after that, and first runner-up in India, and then after that I got a Times Music recording contract as one of the prizes. And that's how then the music production and the remixes came into the play.
That was in 2002.
2002.
Okay, I thought
So
2001.
2000 is when I won the competition. 2001 is when we signed the contract, and the first album released in 2002, which was 440 volts.
So your career actually took off in 2002.
Yes.
If we look at it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I hope you didn't become a DJ looking at all the girls going behind Hassan, right?
Yeah, I did. But the thing is, somewhere down the line, those girls got left behind, and the music came up there. So then I still didn't get the girls.
Tabla could just be a reason, you're like, oh my god, I want all those girls behind me.
Yeah, no, but it was the reason. Genuinely, it was the reason. I actually felt that I used to be doing my talent parades in college, and nobody ever, came to. I used to have like 10 guys sitting over there and doing this and this and this. Oh, I said, oh shit, this is bad. This is really bad.
I can't imagine DJ Suketu on the top.
Yeah, seriously. So I
can't imagine.
I actually shifted because of that. I said, okay, fine, I need to have some fan following. So I said, let me do this for a while, and then I can tell people that I also play the tabla. But then
I'm very visual as a person.
Yeah.
Right now I'm imagining you with the
just imagine
tabla.
sitting on the floor.
It just doesn't go with the vibe.
Yeah. No, that was the truth.
How many people know about this? Do people know that you used to play tabla earlier?
I don't think so. Not many people. Of course, friends and family definitely know. But I don't think there are many people around in the world
They know this side
that that I actually used to, I played this.
I'm
and
so
I've done
glad
this.
you've revealed this on my podcast.
No, and I've done exams as well, and more than anything, just not playing the instrument, but my idol was and my idol was and is Ustad Zakir Hussain. So I was always picturing myself being there in his place, not in a David Guetta or anybody's place. I was more, that was my direction.
And there's so many percussionists today, with DJs, right?
Yep.
And I know a couple of artists who play percussions while they are DJing as well.
Right.
You never thought you would want to do something like this?
Well, again, I've always been one of those who's like, a master of one. I don't want to do everything because there is always something more to do. So, or something you can do side by side with this.
Imagine producing your own music with a little tabla, you playing a tabla, you creating your own music.
That I can still do, but it's okay. Now everything is there digitally. It's available on every software. So then they are better than me. So might as well.
But live tabla, my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. And now we have social media also, right? So imagine, we have some videos of you playing the tabla, then DJing. Trust me, this is going to be like killer if you come up with something like that. You should give it a thought.
So we discussed this on this podcast. Hopefully,
yes.
Let's tell the viewers that we'll try and do something like this. We will.
Yes.
Now that Shilpi's mentioned it, I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
In a few months, and if I do, then we'll first showcase that on one of your episodes only.
Of course, I'd love that. Great. So. Pursuing a creative career like DJing can be very challenging. Who are the people in your life who supported you the most during your, these tough times?
I think my dad.
And how did that shape you as a person?
I think my dad.
Your father?
Yeah. I never had anybody in my family, for that matter, ever telling me that even in the 90s when I started, I think I did my first party in 1995 or 96. And I don't remember my dad or my mom or my brothers or anybody. In fact, here, even my grandmom, she till her dying day did not know what I did. She just knew I did something in music. And every time I met her, she's saying, "Taru band kya che?" I said, "Dadi, no band, just me, just for that." But they were always like, "No, do whatever you want to do." So I think the person who I can thank the most in my life is my dad.
So, when you went and told him, what is his reaction? Like, as you said, they did not understand what DJing is.
Yes.
For how long didn't they know what exactly a DJ is? Did they come for your show? What is it?
So I think my dad came for every show of mine in Bombay till COVID hit. So the last show he attended of mine was in 2019 February at South Bombay Bar. And my dad was 79 that time, 78 that time, and
how sweet.
He and my mom and my mother-in-law, all three of them were there, and actually they got the dance floor started.
Oh.
So I think he came to know what DJing was because from the first time I told him I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Dad had a business in the US, so he used to keep flying to the US with my elder brother quite a bit. So in fact, when he went there, he used to actually go into a record store and get magazines and the VHS tapes to watch, so I could learn by watching, DJs or reading those magazines.
How sweet.
Yeah. So I think the person who actually just got me going was that, and he told me that the minute you earn 10,000 rupees a month, I will personally invest in your first CD player. And that's what he did. The first time after, I think by 99, I hit that thing, that mark, and I told him, "Dad, 10,000 bucks, absolutely, at home for the family." And then exactly the next time we went to the US, he got the CDJ 100s, CDJ 500s that time for me and gave them to me as a gift.
So how does it feel seeing your dad, when he's around? Do you get nervous or, I'm sure he's super, super proud of who you are, But how does it make you feel that my father's around, and do you want to prove yourself more? It gets you emotional, what does it feel like?
No, in fact, I used to feel that that was my confidence over there when he was there. So I always felt that, if he's there, and it's amazing. So the next day in the morning when we used to wake up and we used to have breakfast together, or we used to have a meal together, whichever, the day if I woke up late, he used to actually tell me that I think this was not proper, you were not looking a little bit confident, and stop biting your nails when you're doing something like this. It doesn't look good, when people are looking at you. So I used to love it that he was there in front of me, because I knew when I go back, my next performance is going to be better than tonight's, because he's going to tell me what I did wrong.
Yeah. Yes, and did you ever receive that female attention in front of your father while he's around?
I think he was more worried about that because I didn't have a girlfriend for a very, very long time.
Seriously?
So he was wondering. I said, "Kim chokra tari saath hai maine baat kari, chokri kya chal rahi?" I said, "No, I don't know, yeah." So it was, I think he was a little bit more worried about that fact. But I don't think he would mind it or anything like that. In fact, he used to feel like, oh, see, all the girls are running behind my son. That's so amazing.
I think it's the cutest thing, you've told me like about your father being there, because you know what, my mom used to accompany me for my shows, and I've had a lot of people laughing at me. Like, oh my God, your mom didn't come this time, your mom didn't come that time. I'm like, listen, it's okay, chill. My mom likes to chill with me. She's in a happy place when, I'm around. So I think that's the sweetest. Okay, so Suketu, tell me something. Did you face any obstacles when you started out from the industry? Or did you ever have self-doubt? Like, would I make it? What am I doing? Or any of the critics, who didn't take you too seriously?
I think I wouldn't say self-doubt, definitely, because I did not know anything about DJing as such. What I had just seen was that one time watching Hussein.
Who taught you?
And so that it was a self-learning.
Self-taught.
It was pretty much a self-learning. Till I found out in Colaba there was a person by the name of Joe Azeredo who was learning, running a class, a DJ class over there.
Okay.
His company is called A&A Azeredo Acoustics.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still there. And when I went to him to learn, his first thing to me was actually, you already know. What do you want to learn? I said, no, I still just want somebody formally to tell me.
How did you learn? Like you bought the
father? Yeah, my father got me the decks and everything like that. But more than anything, I think I spent a lot of my early days from 1995 to about 2001 attending gigs and watching the DJs, my senior DJs perform. So I still remember actually being at 1900s. And there was a members club.
Yeah.
They used to only allow guests to come on Saturdays, or entry from outside, paid entries on Saturday nights. So I've actually done shows, collected money, and I've waited out there. And then again, there's another problem over there because it's only couples entry. So I used to actually wait outside, and I used to just, if I see a group of girls, I said, listen, I'm not trying to hit on y'all or anything like that, but if y'all can just get me in with y'all can take the coupons, y'all can have the drinks, I don't want to do anything, I just want to get inside, that's it. So I've actually gone inside, and Akhtar sir knows about this, and I still call him Akhtar sir because of that reason, that I have spent hours when he's spinning music, I've just been watching him. I didn't need to have a drink, I didn't need to party, I didn't need to dance, I didn't need to even look at the girls over there or anything. I've actually sat there at the console on the side, and I think at some point in time he must have felt that this guy is really weird. I mean, what is he doing? I must have creeped him out totally, because I've actually stood there for hours to go at the end to just watch him play. That how is he taking the music, how is he making the shifts, how is he mixing, if he's shifting from one genre to another.
Cassettes?
CDs that time.
CDs.
Yeah. So I've actually just sat there and watched him, nothing else. And it's been maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, and then after that, 1900s used to close down. I used to go back home, most of the time walking, because all my money went in getting those girls in and getting the entry. So there was no money to take a cab. So just walk from Taj to Malabar Hill. And
You serious?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. And I never missed a performance when I knew that Akbar sir was playing, or Hussein sir was playing, or Akhtar sir was playing.
You call all of them sir?
I till date, because I think that they don't know it, but they have somewhere down the line been my teachers. Not because I've told them to teach me, but because I've observed them.
So they were DJs much before you came later?
Absolutely. So I think one of the best ways people can learn DJing, or
watching.
I would say for that matter anything, is observing somebody who is that good and who's your senior.
But eventually you need to practice on your own also, right?
Absolutely. But again, like I said, that the mixing is just one part of it, and we tell that to the students in the institute as well, that we can just teach you the technicals.
But then who taught you? Who taught you the fader? Who taught you all of this?
I think it just came
Books,
trial and error. Like I said, I had VHS tapes of DJs and then DVDs, and I used to just watch them. And that time the camera used to be focused on the mixer and how they used to do things when they used to release the cue. Joe Azeredo, of course, groomed me a little bit more for the DMC. So all that stuff was there. But the early 95 to 2000 learning was just watching these guys perform and, you know, in awe of them. Like, I used to not only observe what they did in terms of mixing, but their body language and, you know, how they used to groove. What was it sometimes? I mean, I remember Ivan never even used a mic. He used to just put his hand up. And the crowd used to just, but it was the right time of putting your hand up, not just anywhere.
Yes, of course.
You know, it's when the breakdown happens or whatever. So yeah, everything.
And the miking?
So miking, yeah, I could never speak on the mic at all other than maybe, you know, announce a happy birthday or something.
And now?
And that's when Akhil came into the play.
Akhil?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to Enigma and I watched him perform, and I was just watching the way he was on the mic and, you know, his one-liners and what he used to talk and the way he used to welcome people. I was like, man, this is something that I need to do.
Yeah.
And I actually went back, put a mirror in front of me, and I used to keep looking at myself and keep, you know, talking to myself and making announcements on my own and doing things. So yeah, that was, I think for miking.
Are you good at it now?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm very bad at miking, so I'm this is something I'm learning, you know, stand in front of the mirror and.
Yep. It's a very good thing to do. We even tell our students that, because sometimes when we teach, we have a class, 2 classes on miking, and they can't talk or, you know, this thing. So I think the best thing is that sometimes I just shut the studio and I just give them a whole list of things to say, and I say just keep saying these things, and whenever they're saying it in between, then we just open the door and just listen to it, and they don't know we are behind, so then they're good. And I say, see, the last one you did was fantastic, so it's, you know how to do it, you just need to get a little confidence. So yeah, for miking, I think I give all the credit to Akhil. He's the one who I observed and, you know, learned miking from.
So that was a challenge for you, but how about, you know, the critics, like people from the industry? Did they accept you? Did they criticize you? Did you face challenges with the people in the industry?
So honestly, what happened was the people actually knew me the first time when I won the Bombay round of the DMC. They were like, who the hell is this guy? You know, like everybody was a DJ over there who took part. Every single person, either playing at Madness or Twice as Nice or Scottish Arms or whichever nightclubs and bars were that time. Nobody had even heard of me. So when I came out, then I think they were like, dude, this guy's like the underdog, man. He was like, first when I came, you know, like with my t-shirt, I had a t-shirt called Vinyl's Rules, and, you know, my funky glasses and all that stuff and everything. And I just came in, and there was a thin guy, came and started doing my stuff, and people were like, man, this guy's amazing. So I think I never really probably faced that issue where somebody did not accept me, or, you know, there were critics at that time. And that time, it was basically just a few newspapers and, you know, maybe a couple of TV channels here and there which were there. So there was nothing much to really go around like today there is.
Nobody criticized your
Nobody
music,
at all. In
no
fact,
one.
people welcomed me with open arms. I mean, I remember when my first song came out, the first person to message me on SMS at that time, and it was really expensive to even send an SMS because it used to cost you, it wasn't free, was Akhil.
Akhil.
And it was, I actually thought that one of my friends, you know, were pulling a prank on me or something, because I don't think a DJ Akhil, because I had never met him.
What did he message?
And I said, how would he even get my number? So it so happened that I was playing at this place called Karma Lounge at Opera House that time for Chirag Doshi's party, and Akhil was invited for that party, Akhil and Farhan. They were there, and he heard me spin and everything like that, and I didn't know that he was actually, you know, listening to me spin and everything. And he went back, and I think a week or 2 weeks after that, Pyar Zindagi Hai released, and he saw it on MTV, and he called Chirag Doshi, took my mobile number for him, and messaged me saying that, hey, just heard Pyar Zindagi Hai, what a fantastic track. I'm going to be dropping it at Enigma tonight. So if you're around and you're free and you can drop in, come, then I would love to debut the track. You know,
that's so amazing.
So I was just like, you know, who does that?
Yes, that's
who
so
does that?
amazing.
And since then, I think 2002, he's been one of my closest friends in the industry. Yeah.
You see, you know what? This is the kind of support and attitude that really goes a long way, you know, because I think you guys have it, you know, that support system, supporting each other. Right now, in the existing, you know, the DJs we have, I doubt this supporting thing is there, you know. I mean, whatever I've spoken to people, the other artists, they've had issue with this, that right now the DJing community is not really that supportive. But where you are coming from, I'm talking about DJ Akhtar, DJ Hussain or Akhil, you know, you guys have been very strong.
Yeah, I think But what I would want to ask somebody is that why would you not support anybody if he or she
It's
is
a big
good?
question, Suketu.
Yeah, because I mean, Akhil and me were doing this interview, I still remember, on NDTV with Srinivas Jain. I'm talking about maybe 2003 or 2004. And they asked that, so you both are each other's competition, because at one point in time it was Akhil, Suketu, Suketu, Akhil, Akhil, Suketu, Suketu, Akhil, that's it. And they were like, how do you all deal with each other's competition? And my simple answer was that, where is the competition?
Exactly.
There are 1 billion people in this country. Out of them, at least 1 million people party.
Yeah.
You think I have that much time and so many days and hours in my life that I can satisfy each and every one of them? There is so much work. And if you're good, I think people will come and find you. You don't have to, I don't think there is competition or anything like that at all. I mean, and I feel if there is a little bit of competition, it's very healthy.
Of course it
because
is.
then you want to be better. If you didn't have competition, then you'd just be sitting there, I did Bin Tere Sanam, chalo ho gaya. I may not have released a track after that, because I was like, Bin Tere Sanam ho gaya, chalo chodo na yaar. But then there was Wo Lamhe, and there was something. And so with Akhil, he did Nahi Nahi, then he did Tu Tu Hai Wahi, then he did Keh Du Tumhe, then he did Disco 82. So it is always a thing. So for us also, it's be like, what track are you releasing? Tell me. What track are you releasing? Tell me. And we used to both actually listen to each other's albums before they release and said, oh, mine is better than yours, mine is better. But that was a healthy competition.
Yes,
it wasn't anything to do with, I'm going to put you down and come up. Not required.
That's you guys, right? I've seen your couple of videos on social media where you, Akhil, DJ Akhtar, you all have been behind the console and you all are jumping and dancing and really happy. But do we get to see this today with the existing DJs? I barely get to see that. See, y'all are a group of DJs which are really close, and hats off that y'all have carried it on for so long. But I don't get to see this now.
Wow.
So that's one thing I think a lot of DJs need to learn is supporting each other, being a close community, and being happy and positive for each other, right? Which I doubt it exists right now. There's a lot of insecurity.
Good by putting somebody down.
Focus
you
on
can
yourself.
just be good, You can be like a horse with blinders.
But isn't this amazing, Suketu? You're one artist who says who never had to face any criticism in the industry, because all the other artists had to go through a lot of criticism. And I think just looking at you, you just have this very positive, easy vibe. I doubt anybody can have a problem with you.
No, I said maybe somebody has had a problem with me, or I have had that critics, but I don't know about it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because maybe I've again been like the horse.
Yes.
Just looking in the front.
That's possible.
It doesn't matter. Like, I don't mind if somebody is charging more than me. I don't mind if somebody's track is a bigger hit than mine. As long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing, I'm good.
Yes.
I don't have to worry.
Have you ever thought of walking away from music? Like, no. What have I got into? This is not my calling. Never.
I think that has never happened. In fact, I feel some of my biggest lows, I've made the best music. So, Bin Tere Sanam was actually produced when I had my first breakup.
Okay, this was my question. My next question, I want to save this for that. Your remixes have been the soundtrack for countless love stories and breakups.
Right.
How does it feel knowing your music has such a personal impact on people's lives? Your life too, right? You just said.
It feels amazing. I mean, I think that there is no greater joy when you step out or you go into a nightclub and a song which you produced in 2003 is 2024 and is still being played. I think it's just fantastic. And how many times people come and tell you, I got married to my girlfriend when I heard Bin Tere Sanam, or I got over my breakup because I heard Wo Lamhe, and things like that. I think it's just.
You had a breakup too.
It's amazing, yeah.
When you made Bin Tere Sanam. So what is the reason for Bin Tere Sanam? Your breakup, or was it post that?
No, it wasn't like that. The track was anyways going to be produced.
Okay.
But it just so happened that at that time, my girlfriend at that time and myself, after a very long relationship, had a sort of a falling out.
Okay.
And I till date don't know what the falling out was, by the way. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out, that what happened. But whatever it was. And I went into the studio that time, and Bin Tere Sanam was actually a very last minute track addition into my playlist of tracks.
Okay.
I heard it when my dad's sister was getting a surgery done at Breach Candy Hospital. And after the surgery, my cousin and myself came out opposite to Surya building to have dosa. And my cousin was humming that song and I was like, dude, this song I've heard it. He sings from Yara Dildara Bin Tere Sanam. I said, don't sing it or hum it ever again. I said, why? He said, because within 3 days I'm going to add this song on my album and I'm going to remix it and get it done. And like I said, I was that time anyways going through a slight bit of a relationship crisis. So I spent a lot more time in the studio, and you believe it or not, Bin Tere Sanam was a track which was from all my tracks, the track which I produced the fastest. The whole track, including dubbing, was done in about 5 to 6 hours.
That's it?
5 to 6 hours. That's it.
Oh, wow.
I spent 7 days on Pyar Zindagi Hai because I never thought it was right. It was proper, it was perfect. Was it, done? Bin Tere Sanam, 6 hours, went to the music label, Times Music. The next day I said, the master, added on to the album, let's do this.
So Suketu, because you were going through a heartbreak, you had already broken up with your girlfriend, and then you released the song.
Yes.
And then the song became like a huge success.
Right.
So what was more, the heartbreak or the success?
So I think, that music actually helped me move on so easily with it. Because I spent so much time working, I did not want to go back and, the thing. So I just drowned myself in working. So when Mohit came up with Bola Mein, I said, let's do this. Times Music said, we did another album, Kya Khoob Lagti Ho, Bed Lounge release. So I just went, and shows were coming up, gigs were happening, because after Bin Tere Sanam, I was like, who is this guy? We heard him a little bit in Pyar Zindagi and now Bin Tere Sanam, let's get him. So just, drowned myself in music and work. So I didn't really think of it. And I think me getting over a 6-year relationship was very easy.
Because of the success and
in
the work.
In about 8 months or so, I was back on my feet and I was like, you know what? How you doing? So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So are you in touch with your ex?
No, not at all. Not
the success didn't really affect her.
It may have, but I just...
she didn't congratulate you?
So I think I met her maybe after the breakup, after about 3 years. So yeah, that time she did. We just happened to meet at a party somewhere, and
Because you were like DJ Suketu by then, right?
No, but yeah, nothing. Yeah, she did congratulate me, but no touch, no connection.
Sometimes you see the breakup happened for a reason. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
The song had to become a success. You had to become DJ Suketu, so that's a price you paid.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's a very heavy price. I wouldn't want that for anybody, but it's okay. Till the time, you've achieved great success.
Right.
So if DJ Suketu wasn't a DJ, what would he be?
I would definitely be doing something in the music industry. Either I'd be pursuing Tabla still, or I would be connected to the music industry in some way or the other. So I'd probably be working with a label, or I'd be an artist manager, or I'd be, but like I said, something that would keep me in touch with music.
Pyar Zindagi Hai and Bin Tere Sanam became massive hits. Do you ever feel the pressure of living up to their success?
Maybe in the first few tracks that I did. But then the thing was that with God's grace, all those tracks were also really good. Like Kya Khoob Lagti Ho was a massive hit, and Wo Lamhe was a massive hit, and Aadat was a massive hit, and Tohfe Rao and Avar Apan became a big hit. So it has just been, I never did it because of the pressure.
But still, Pyar Zindagi and Bin Tere Sanam, Suketu, oh my God.
Yeah,
till date, I still feel they are your number one tracks.
Cards, yes.
So many of your remixes became bigger hits than the originals. Do you think this ever caused friction with the music composers or producers? Any specific incidents you have? Or some ego, like, remixes become a bigger hit, what the hell is this?
So I remember watching an interview of Atif Aslam's on B4U at that time. Back in the day, there was a channel called B4U.
Yeah.
And the Wo Lamhe had just come out, and I think the person interviewing him asked him that, so how do you feel that, the remix of Wo Lamhe has become much bigger than the original Wo Lamhe? And he said, really, there's a remix of it? I had no idea. For me, the original song is still the original song. You can put whatever beats you want and make it as electronic you feel, you want, but my song is my song. So I think that was the time when I actually felt, did he like it, or is he feeling bad that the mix was? Because at the end of the day, I tell everybody, right, that it is Atif's voice. It is Atif's composition. I only just made it something for the youngsters to groove on it in a nightclub. So it's not anything that I've, done. And so there's that one thing, but then of course we met and it was all good and it was all fine, but I think maybe at that time that question maybe may have irritated him a little bit, and then I thought that maybe that's when I'll never get along with him, we'll never work together. But then we did so many more songs after that together. what I think was the best thing in this whole thing was when I met Jatin Lalit. They are the music directors for Bin Tere Sanam and Yara Dil Dara. And it was really funny that somebody actually asked me a question saying that how did you come up with a melody and an original song like Bin Tere Sanam? I was like, is it my original song? Damn, let me get more royalties out of it. So it was Jatin Lalit's original composition, and I told them I only remixed it. And when I met Jatin ji and Lalit ji, and we did one song together as well for a movie, which was sung by Shan, and it was they were so happy. They were like, you know that तुमने हमारे गाने को यहाँ से यहाँ लेके गए हो. I mean, ये कितना अच्छा है. Isn't क्योंकि how many people did not even know about Bin Tere Sanam as a song. So you actually got it out there, and I think, and thanks to you, we got so much credit. So I think that was a very amazing way of looking at it, right? It was their composition. I'm taking the credit for it, but they were still okay with it. It's amazing.
I love that song of yours. It's amazing. So you worked with some of the biggest names in the music. Is there anyone you haven't worked with or collaborated with, and you would want to? You would love to?
Actually, no. I think from in the Indian music industry, I've done work with Vishal Shekhar, with Shankar Ehsaan Loy, with Pritam Ji. Oh my God, so much work. It's been so amazing working with him.
You worked with all the big names.
Yeah, it's been really amazing.
So nobody left.
And nobody as such, you know, who is there that, oh, I want to work with this person and I haven't got a chance. But I'll mention one thing over here. I'll never forgive Akhil for taking up a song which I wanted to remix and releasing it before me. And then I didn't have the guts to remix that song. Keh Du Tumhe. It was one of the tracks on my second album list, and when he released Keh Du Tumhe, I was like, dude, what a song and what a mix, man. So Times Music even told me, why don't you put out your version of it?
No.
I said, I just can't. Yeah. This is fantastic. It's so good. I would not even want to touch it. So I'll never forgive him for that.
Okay, so which one of your remixes you feel is underrated and it deserves more love?
I mean,
come on, there must be some remix you feel, you know, I did a fair job, it's a beautiful song, but, you know.
So there was this track on my first album, only 440 volts. It was called Jalta Hai Jiya Mera, an old Kishore Kumar song.
Okay.
I think that remix turned out so good, and I was pushing Times Music so hard to just, you know, please make a video of this and let's release this track and get it out there. And I felt that song just got lost. Okay,
so what is the wildest or the craziest or the most strangest thing a fan has ever done to get your attention?
So there's one guy who I'd like to mention by name. His name is Dilip Zala. He used to be living in a chawl next to my studio that time at Mahalakshmi.
Okay.
And he's actually got a tattoo of 440 volts on his chest. He's got a ring of 440 volts. He's got a locket of 440 volts. He's got a bracelet of 440 volts. And he's got a stud on his ear which says 440 volts. So all those things, accessories is still one thing.
But tattoo.
But when he showed me that tattoo, I was like,
on his chest.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was insane. I mean, I think for me that was
a lot.
Yeah. Like what's happening over here? I couldn't probably handle it. Yeah, but it was.
So is he still around?
Yeah, he's still there. I'm still in touch with him back in the day, from 2003 onwards. Yeah. I just feel that if somebody's taken out that much time to listen to my album, taken that much effort to give me this kind of respect, I can never not ignore a person like that. Ever.
What about a female fan? Any female fan encounters? Come on, even if you have, you have to.
Sachi, I'm telling you honestly, Again, there's another incident.
What rubbish, Suketu.
I'm not joking. I think I got so involved in making music
that
the whole girls
good-looking guy, fit guy.
I said the whole girls thing just took a backseat only. I got so busy with making music and remixes and all that. So no, I said, "No, वो पहली girlfriend नहीं तो कोई भी नहीं. चलो आगे बढ़ो."
So don't you miss out on that? No. Like I wish, I had, made the most of all the female attention I got.
No, actually.
No, you're happily married and settled. And
absolutely. It's been 16 years of marriage. 2 years engaged and 1.5 years of dating, so it's been good, yeah.
If you had to pick up 3 songs, not women, I'm talking about songs, what would they be? The 3 songs which is going to keep you going. You actually thought I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, I know that.
Seriously, I should have asked you that.
So I think number one on that list would definitely be the title track of Dil Se by A.R. Rahman sir.
Okay.
Yeah, that track is like, I don't know, I can just listen to that track, and I think I personally myself must have made about 6 remixes of that song just to play on my sets differently.
Okay.
So Dil Se is one track for sure. Then there was another song in a movie called Chupke Chupke. Third song which I would listen to is Kya Surat Hai by Bombay Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, Neeraj Sridhar did
Kya
this
Surat
remix.
Hai, Kya Surat Hai.
Yeah.
So remix culture has sometimes been criticized for destroying the originality of songs. What's your take on this?
I think it's true to a certain extent. It is. There have been people who have remixed songs that really spoiled the original song. But I think remixes got more flack because of the videos that were made of the remixes.
What do you mean, like?
The music videos.
Yeah, but like they were not good.
Yeah. They were
Okay.
like very like the Kata Laga video. It was a very big hit.
Yeah.
The remix was fantastic. But I really want to know that with the remix do as well if the video wasn't the same video.
What do you think?
I think definitely, because I think Harry did a fabulous job in remixing that track. I don't think anybody could have done it any better. But still,
It did well because of the music video.
I think to a certain extent, yes, the music video did actually get it right out there.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. So I think the remixes got a bad name because of that, not because of anything else.
Okay.
But yes, there have been those fair share of bad remixes as well. But I think there's two sides of every coin, right? So, I mean, if you know how to filter the dirt and just listen to the good, you're fine. But you are right that yes, a lot of times producers did spoil the original song while remixing. Back in the day, I know a lot of music composers were a little upset because remixes were getting that much importance. But over and above that, I don't think anybody really had an issue as such per se.
But then why is this happening that, you know, a lot of these songs are being pulled down from YouTube because of the copyright issue, right?
Right.
DJs are not monetizing on it,
Yes.
but as entertainers,
Right.
we are allowed to upload our creativity, our creation, right? Because for our fan base. But if you see major labels pull down the music, then what happens? What's your take on that? I mean, is it right?
It's not right, and I was even against the fact that when lockdown had happened and COVID had happened, we thought the best thing that we could do was get online and do live events so people get entertained, because people were like just stuck in one place and they had
Yes.
nowhere to go, they had
Yeah.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
So I thought that music could probably lighten up their mood, make them feel better about themselves and about, you know, being in that situation. But every time we used to go live, either a Sony Music or a Warner or a Universal used to stop the broadcast and used to come back on again.
Yeah.
So I genuinely think that they shouldn't have done that, at least not at that particular
Yeah.
period when music was something which was going to help people get by.
Exactly. Yeah.
But everybody's this thing is, you know, अरे तुम popularity बना रहे हो तो हमको भी बनाने दो. So you give credit to Warner Music. If you keep saying it, oh, this song is by Sony Music, oh, this song is by one, then they wouldn't have pulled it down. But because we were not announcing that, everybody's just like, you know, oh, you're making money, oh, you're getting views because of me, let me pull it down. I want those views. A very, very simple example. Akhil and me were playing for a New Year's Eve party at the World Trade Center in Dubai. This was, I think, 2004 to 2005 or 2003 to 2004. 18,000 people. Bin Tere Sanam had pretty much just about released at that time. And Akhil played that track while he was doing his set. He was playing before me and I was playing the set after him. And he played the track before, you know, my track on his set. And somebody came and asked me and asked him also after that, why did you play Suketu's track? It was his track, right? He should have played it. He's saying, did the people complain because we played it twice? No, they love it. He's saying, for me, Suketu is my brother and I would love to promote his track, and I love his remix so much that I want to play it, and I'm so confident that if he plays it in his set again, people will like it even more.
Yeah.
So why not? I was saying I was building the stage for him to come up after me and take over. So what is the problem? What labels are doing is not right.
Yes.
That they should let the music, like you said, we are not monetizing it.
Yeah, we are not.
Yeah, they are not. So, and in fact, they are monetizing it because they get the monies from YouTube or whichever social media platform you put it on.
Yeah. But I'm sure you are at a level, you must be knowing music labels, I'm sure you know music producers. Don't you ever sit and interact with them? I mean, why do DJs have to suffer like this?
We've spoken to them so much, so much. Nikhil Chinappa has taken this forward as well with music labels. I think if I'm not mistaken, Akhtar sir also had an initiative to speak to them and do something. Akhil and myself have also spoken to them and said, what is the problem? You know, let us just, we are not making money out of it, but for them it is like, but you're doing your sets and putting it up and then you're getting shows after that. So you're making money on that. So now you pay us a royalty on that then. So I think the mindset is paisa banao, paisa banao, paisa banao. That, you know, entertainment somewhere has gotten a little overshadowed with that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Move on with times. Yeah.
Okay, so some DJs have been accused of playing pre-recorded sets.
Right.
Right, and I know it exists. What do you think about it, like the fake DJ controversy? Does it exist?
So again, Shilpi, very honestly telling you, I've been a person who's not really bothered about these things. When I look at a DJ,
but are you aware of this? Something like this
absolutely.
exists?
Yes, 110%. I am. But I just feel that when I'm playing music, my concentration is the crowd having a good time. And somebody's playing a pre-recorded set.
But that's cheating, right?
I mean,
Suketu?
what is cheating?
That's a fake DJ.
He's there to entertain somebody, no? And how long will he move ahead? My thing is that, okay, somebody is not good, or he's playing a pre-recorded set, or she's playing a pre-recorded set. How long will it go on?
But imagine you enter the console and the DJ before you is playing a pre-recorded set.
Right.
I mean, what would be your reaction? I mean,
I don't know. I'd be like, listen, take out your pen drive, let me put in mine, let me begin. Get out of the way. I'm excited. I want to go there and party. I don't know. I just feel that I've been a person who normally doesn't think too much about issues or people. I've always been one of those like, what if I was in that person's shoes? Maybe I had to do the same thing. I don't know what that person is. Maybe the person is not musically inclined. Maybe the person can't recognize one beat from another. But the person doesn't have a choice that because this is the easiest way that person could make a living or no. So I don't know. I'm not really given it that much thought that I need to crib about it or criticize about it or anything like that.
Because you're DJ Suketu.
No, it's not that. I just
got your,
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it is wrong. You should not do that.
Yes.
Because.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, because the thing is that I never plan a set before I go. I have a vague idea of what I have to play, but there's not like, okay, this after this, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Because I take a call when I look at the crowd and what they're enjoying and how they're interacting with me and things like that. So the songs may be the same, but the order of the song changes depending on the place where I'm partying and the people who I'm partying with.
The audience doesn't judge you. It's basically the DJs who land up judging you that you're playing a pre-recorded set,
and then I just feel that, okay, you judged, what happened after that? Did it benefit you in any way? No. That person is still going to get 5 more shows or 10 more shows or whatever, or a recording contract.
So Ketu talking so sweetly, like, like such a nice guy.
No, but I've never really, like I said, for me all these things didn't really matter at all. Like people saying, oh, this guy said this about you behind your back. Really? Wow, man, awesome. I'm so important to him that he's actually taking out time to talk about me when I'm not even there. I love it. That's so much. I mean, I'm so much in that person's head. Yeah. That's a superb feeling. Don't you think so?
Yes.
I mean, I would love doing that. People talking shit about me behind my back. I said, how much can I affect a person's life?
I can't even imagine somebody talking bad about you, Suketu. I seriously can't.
But I'm saying, even if it is, I to feel proud. I said, oh shit, man, just imagine. I am being talked about that guy, amazing, good one.
Kabhi aisa hua hai, Suketu, that you are performing and you had to stop the performance because there are cops, or the cops ever came to you and said something rude to you, music band karo, ye karo, kya hai, or picked you up to take you to the police station or something like that?
This is an experience which I had just about a month back.
A month back?
I was playing in Hyderabad at a club called Zora, and I think that club must have had probably some sort of a techno party or something a few weeks back or a month before I played. And apparently there were rumors that there was a lot of drugs and all that stuff going on in that party and everything like that. So I started my set at 10:15, and 10:30 the cops come in, the narcotics department comes and just raids the place and shuts it down. And the first person says, "Aap, niche aao." I said, "Oh shit, kya ho gaya?"
Oh my God.
He's saying, "Aap, ye lo, ye dabba hai, chota wala. अब बाथरूम जाओ, मेरा कांस्टेबल आपके पीछे आएगा, उस पे आप यूरिन सैंपल दो और ये अंदर लगा के हमको दे दो वापस." I was like, wow.
Oh my God.
That was an experience. As in 29 years of my career, this has happened for the first time. Yeah. and then they make you sit, because I think that stick which you put over there, if it changes colors, that means you've taken some sort of a drug.
Okay.
It could be, I don't know,
Alcohol?
cocaine. No, alcohol.
Not
no.
alcohol.
Yeah, so the stick, alcohol is not a problem at all. If it was alcohol, then my stick would have changed color in 1 second. You were like, no, touched it and you were like, chalo andar. No, not alcohol. So, yeah, and it takes, I think, about 15 minutes or 20 minutes for you to this thing, So, I love the way the cop just straight came up and said, "Aap, niche aao." I was like, did I give any signs out that I'm
Did you get scared?
high or like? No, because I know I've not done anything, so it really
No,
didn't
but sometimes
matter.
they can be very obnoxious, without any reason.
Yeah, it was just a little uncomfortable when that guy said, "मैं आपके पीछे खड़ा रहूँगा, अभी आप करो." I was like, oh okay. I mean, normally when you're just standing in line and somebody's saying, but somebody's looking at you and saying, what? I said,
Because they
shit.
want to observe you, right?
Yeah. So that was a little bit weird, but they made us shut down the music, and they took like a whole lot of girls and guys, and and at one point in time, actually, I have a picture of that on my mobile. If you can put it on your podcast, I'll send it to you.
Yes,
there was a table, and there was, against a wall, and there were a whole lot of urine samples kept all over there like that. Like, I said, people have seen bottles of alcohol put over there and everything. You see the Jägermeister and a Chivas or a Grey Goose or Belvedere or Tanqueray or something. Nobody's ever seen this in a bar, in a nightclub. Like, you guys like, oh, these are the bottles that we were, watching out for. So,
urine shots.
Yeah, I think it was quite a situation. Yeah, I told that the owner of the place was that, boss, you should take a picture of this and put it out there now. And people will come to just see this and they're like, oh, kitni thi, mere ko dekhna hai. How many people got caught?
So DJs are known for creating epic vibes, right? What has been one moment for you which was like, wow, where you felt amazing, and what's been your most embarrassing moment as well? Have you ever felt embarrassed mid-performance, suddenly, middle of the performance, something has happened?
So I wouldn't say it was an embarrassment, but I think it was an experience.
Okay.
Which has never happened before. This was again playing for a New Year's Eve event, and at about 12:30, I wanted to take the party to really the next level, so I dropped Sukhbir's Ishq. And that song's got like some crazy energy.
Yeah.
We were supposed to shut down at 1 o'clock, so I said the last half an hour has to be full power, so people go back, like, wow, what a night we had. And it was an open air event, and I think the generators went off or something happened. But the thing was, it was so amazing. It happened exactly at the time of ho 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 ho. So the people thought I put the volume down, and they were singing along. And they just kept singing, and that was trying to restart the generator and everything and all that stuff. And then after that, suddenly the music came on, and I was like, oh shit, you guys were like lifesavers. So it would have been relatively embarrassing if, it was a song which wasn't that sing-along. But because it was Sukhbir's Ishq, people thought that I put the volume down because I wanted them to sing and sing. So the crowd actually sang the song ahead for at least 3 to 4 minutes before the generators came back on, and we started again.
Oh.
Yeah. So it would have been embarrassing. It was, that wasn't the reaction, but that embarrassment sort of turned into an experience, because I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like, wow, these guys actually thought I did that. When I was actually just looking and saying, sound ko kya ho gaya, kya ho gaya? These guys are singing, I said, bhai, chalu karo yaar, idhar kitna crowd hai, kya karna hai? Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. You've been a pioneer in remixing in India. Looking back, what's one decision you regret in your career?
When I had the chance, I did not get into original music because I was so occupied with remixing.
How about now? You still have a chance?
No, I did. So from COVID, I started releasing my own original music on all the streaming platforms. And I've done, I think, about 6 tracks since then, which I've released online.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So, yeah, I think COVID was like a wake-up call for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the lockdown period a lot, because I actually started doing something which I was delaying and putting off for a very long time.
And how is it doing? How's the response to the original?
The tracks are doing okay. I think that somewhere down the line, because it's been so many years, people are not accepting me as an original music director. They still have that thing, oh Suketu, nahi yaar, original mat karo yaar, gaane ka remix banao yaar, wo hum sunenge. So that mindset is there,
so
which I feel
that's a challenge
bad about.
You're facing.
Yeah. So right now, yeah, that is one thing which is, it's very difficult for me to, in fact, even when I speak with Mohit for some of his movies or something. I say, Mohit, एक original गाना दे दे मेरे को. सिंह तू remix करना यार. तू मैं तेरे को भेजता हूँ. मेरे पास एक बहुत अच्छा गाना है. You do a remix of it. So I know he's saying it as a as a friend, as a joke, but I think that sort of is a thing which that I'm a little stuck with, and I'm not being able to get by. But I'm going to keep at it. I'm sure there's going to be a time when they're going to say the DJ from DJ Suketu will be, and it'll be only Suketu. That's it.
So people, often talk about the glamour of being a DJ. Right. What's that one thing about this life no one talks about? I wish they knew. Maybe it could be health reasons or, the dark side of being a DJ. What is it?
I think health.
Health.
I think that is one thing that nobody ever talks about. Nobody ever keeps in mind, and everybody thinks it's absolutely hunky-dory and fantastic and everything is a walk in the park.
But do you have any health issues because of DJing?
I developed asthma because of DJing, because
you have asthma?
Back in the day, smoking was allowed indoors. Even right now, I think people don't really bother. They still smoke indoors.
Shisha and all of that still there, yeah.
So I never had that issue, and I started developing an asthma issue since the last 6 years.
Oh.
So it's not really bad or anything like that, but it's because of passive smoking, because I don't smoke at all, anything. So I just feel that that is one thing which has happened.
So do you carry an inhaler with you?
Yes, I do have to keep an inhaler with me. Luckily, I don't need to take it more than twice, thrice a year, because I'm trying to get over it naturally. Actually, even happened for one of the New Year's Eve parties in Bangalore, that the person who had set up the sound had put one wire, so there was a ramp. I was playing on stage and there was a ramp where I had to walk to, and I could jump with the crowd and everything. And there was a wire which was going right behind over there. And I think after jumping a little bit, I came back and I twisted my ankle.
Ouch.
I did a performance for 3 hours till I came back to my room, and I realized that I couldn't take off my shoe because my foot had swollen so badly and my ankle at first I couldn't take off my shoe. So we had to actually go to a hospital where they had to cut open the shoe and remove it. And my foot had become like huge. Yeah, and I couldn't walk. And luckily they're saying, I don't know how you did it, but you missed a fracture on your ankle. Otherwise you'd be in bed for at least 1.5 months. But he's saying it's just a swelling. You're sorted, you're done. Just walk with a stick and lie down and rest for the next 10 days and you'll be fine. And that's what happened. So yeah, I think at that moment, even if I probably must have got an asthma attack, I mustn't have realized it because I was just doing my thing, and it must have just come to me when I'm on my own.
Oh my God!
I don't know. Even being a DJ, I mean, have you ever felt tired while you're on the go? I don't know. I mean, but when you come back home after a weekend with 2 gigs or 3 gigs back to back, you suddenly, when you lie down on the bed, you just feel, damn, I'm tired.
Yes.
But while you're in the flow of things and the whole rush is there, I don't think you must have also felt it that, oh, I'm tired and I want to sleep and this or that or anything like that.
A very close friend of mine, DJ Dash, while performing, just collapsed.
Yes,
right? I've heard of a couple of incidents like that.
Yes.
And KK, the singer, right?
Yes.
I mean, after all of this, I'm so scared because anything can happen because we are in such an, environment, smoke, alcohol, the crowd and all. It's very scary.
It's very scary.
Yes.
And then sometimes even if you need to be rushed out because of the sheer fact that there are so many people, you can't even get out of there and get to where you want to get.
Exactly.
That's true.
So you don't have hearing issues? Luckily.
I've always been taught right from the beginning by Joe Azeredo, who trained me first, that your ears are very, very important. So just make sure that. So I listen to music very, very softly. Like even till date. In fact, I carry my earplugs with me everywhere I go as well.
Okay, but what about the venue? Sometimes it's blasting.
No, so in the console, the monitor level,
the festivals and all that I'm talking about.
Earplugs, always, everywhere. The minute I'm in front of a DJ and I'm listening to music, my earplugs. Here to here, I sometimes even when I go to watch a movie and these days the 7.1 Dolby and all this stuff, sometimes the action scenes are so loud, so loud. So even there my earplugs are always on. I only remove my earplugs when the dialogues are going on and it's something soft. The minute I know something big is coming up, the earplugs go on.
Once I performed on a campus, I did a campus show for some university, I won't take the name. The sound was bad in the sense it was so loud
was
The,
hurting.
kids were jumping. I couldn't even tell anybody to put the music down because they were really enjoying. It was jarring.
Tell
You'll
me.
not believe I had a blackout. I started feeling pukish. I wanted to stop my set
Wow.
halfway and they kept, pestering me. No, please don't leave. But
Right.
if I wouldn't have stopped, I know one thing, I would have collapsed there and there because of the sound.
Wow.
So sometimes you're in a situation
No,
you
it
can't
does.
do much, but this
It
can
does.
actually hamper.
Absolutely.
And it's so important for the sound guy and the organizers, to keep a check on
Absolutely.
this, especially for the DJs.
Absolutely. No,
Right?
that is 100% true.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
Because
Suketu, you're not
sometimes-
sleepy, right?
No, not at all. Never. Never.
Okay.
No, the sound thing which you're saying is real because those vibrations can even
Yes.
get you off balance.
Yes,
It
yes,
can get you off balance
absolutely.
as well. No, absolutely true.
So, okay, so what is your name, DJ Suketu? Like, what is Suketu? I've never heard of this name.
Okay, so it's a Sanskrit word where Su means good.
Good.
And good. Like a
Okay,
good person.
good. Okay, good.
And Ketu means strong will. Yes, so good and strong
How come
will.
I've never heard this name ever?
Yeah,
Who gave
I
you
think,
this name?
I think nobody had heard this name till, actually people started hearing about me.
Since you were born.
My name was pre-decided before I was born. So when my mom was pregnant with my older brother, she was reading this book. It was a Gujarati book, a novel. And in that there were these two kings who were very just and very fair. Actually, the elder one was Subahu, that is strong, good and strong arms. That's my elder brother's name. So she decided that if I have a boy, his name is Subahu, 100%. And then when she got pregnant the second time, she had decided if it's a guy, then it's Suketu only. I'm not giving it a choice only, whatever. Because there were two brothers in that story, and they were really fantastic, and they were very just and kind rulers, and the people were very happy.
You like
I
her
wanted
name?
it. Again, I've never really thought about it that much. There's so many more important things to think about. That what am I going to be doing now? I'm
This
going
is
to
your
put music in
identity.
the-
Like, a lot of people say, yeah, मेरे mom and dad ने मेरा नाम क्यों रख दिया? But I think Suketu is a lovely name.
I think it actually turned out really good because a lot of times people think it's a DJ name.
Exactly, it's very different.
It's fantastic, right?
Very
And I said,
different.
no, ये मेरा खुद का नाम है, and sometimes I have to show my Aadhaar card also. Yeah, they don't believe it. And this happened actually in Australia. My first trip to Australia, when I was in Brisbane, I was staying at the Hilton over there.
Okay.
This was in 2007, and actually 2005, not even 7, yeah. And I landed over there, and I walked into the hotel. The client had sent a driver to pick me up and everything. So came in, the driver dropped me outside, took out my bag and went. And I just went inside, gave my passport and everything. And there was a whole discussion which was happening behind the reception, and the GM came down and talking, and they were looking at me, and I was wondering, what the hell is happening out here? So after about 8 to 10 minutes, I just went and asked her, is there a problem with something? He's saying, no, we were expecting a Japanese person to come, so you're a desi, because they thought I was like some Suketu, or something. I'd bow down to them or something. I said,
Yeah,
dude, no,
actually,
man.
yeah.
So there was actually a discussion between those guys over there, and then I said, no, it's an Indian name and whatever, and that's my passport. You're looking at it. He's saying, yeah, but we really were expecting an Asian guy walking in and bowing to us or something like that. I was like, wow, how racist.
Do you have a nickname? Something your mom and dad call you?
Yeah, Suku.
Suku, how cute,
so that's my
Suku.
mom, dad, my wife. I think everybody in the family and even
We all
close
know
friends.
now, the whole world
Yeah, the whole
knows
world
that
knows, yeah.
DJ Suketu is Suku.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suku. Guys, please go and tag him. It's Suku.
Hashtag Suku.
Suku, I love your music.
Yeah, I know it's going to be
How are
funny.
you, Suku?
Yep.
Okay, so what's one thing about DJ Suketu nobody knows, even your closest fans?
Well, one thing that nobody knows about me at all, and I don't even think my friends know much about it, is that I'm a fabulous, voracious reader.
Oh, is it?
Absolutely.
What kind of books do you read?
Fiction, non-fiction, mythology, anything.
Wow.
Anything at all. And I must be one of the only persons who must have actually read the Mahabharata before it came on TV when I was a kid. So I had read the book before B.R. Chopra actually produced it and put it out there. Yeah.
You must be having a good collection.
A superb collection. And just imagine, to my luck, my in-laws are publishers.
Oh, nice.
So now I get an endless supply of books whenever I want them.
Amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice. A lot of things, you've told us on our podcast today, on my podcast, and I'm sure people are going to know so many things about you which they've never known. So I'm so excited.
Just because I said I'm a reader, don't give me a gift as a book because you won't know if I like the book or no. Please give me those wine bottles and the alcohol bottles when you come. I don't mind that at all. It's absolutely fine.
I'm glad you asked for it. So, Ketu, there's always, talks about ghost production in the industry, right? What's your take on that? I mean, has anybody accused you of ghost production?
I don't think anybody can accuse me because I was the first DJ who used to give my arranger's name next to mine. Whenever my albums came out, it was always DJ Suketu featuring Ux, DJ Suketu featuring Hyacinth, DJ Suketu featuring Pratik. I feel that my programmer is as important as me because it's one thing to have an idea and a direction, but it's a whole other thing to actually put it into action and give you what you're looking for. So I absolutely.
So you have the idea and your programmer
absolutely
executes.
I work with my programmers and I give them due credit every single place. If anybody tells me, do you do all your work? I absolutely will say no. I do not. I do
because
not.
A lot of DJs out there, who do not want to accept, because you see, not everybody is a producer. My very important question, does a good DJ have to be a producer or he should just focus on DJing?
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be at all. There are so many DJs in India as well as around the world who are so good and not producing at all. So you don't have to do it.
So then why does this ghost production really exist and why do people really judge you, oh my God, do you make your own music or Shilpi hasn't made her music, blah, blah, blah. People really do get judged. I have been asked, Shilpi, do you make your own music? I'm like, no. I'm busy focusing on my skills and entertaining the crowd. There's somebody out there, who's also earning money from me, right? So let him do his job.
Right, absolutely.
So I think it's absolutely fine.
I have a team of producers who work with me. They are there with me all the time whenever I'm doing. If somebody tells me that, did you make Bin Tere Sanam on your own? I'd say absolutely not. I did not. I only had one amazing idea that time Kylie Minogue had come up with Can't Get You Out of My Head, and I thought that Can't Get You Out of My Head fits very well with Bin Tere Sanam, and we put that into action, and Hyacinth was sitting with me and I was sitting with him and he was the one on the software and making the music. So I think Hyacinth gets as much credit as I do. So it's absolutely no this thing at all. I don't think there's anything bad on having a programming team or an arranging team with you or somebody working with you. And why do you want to call that person a ghost? For what reason? What are you going to get by telling everybody, oh, I did this on my own? I think all the music directors, all the producers, I would say even till here, from David Guetta to a Tiesto, everybody has a team of people who work with them. Because everybody is good in a particular thing. So I don't think there's anything wrong at all.
Maybe it's a thing that they want the world to take you seriously, like, guys, I'm doing my own music as well. Maybe,
But I would ask those people this question. My programmers have worked with 5 other DJs. Have those songs been as big hits as mine?
No.
So that means your creativity and your talent does come into the play.
Because you know exactly what kind of song you want.
Exactly, and what I know that the people want to listen to.
They don't decide for you, you decide.
So my programmers could work with 5 other DJs, but have their songs become as big as any of the tracks which I've done? No. So your creativity is still there. You are still in that song. Just because you didn't take the mouse and open the software and put every single beat.
Yes.
It's not, and there's nothing wrong with it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Nice.
So yeah, I do produce on my own as well, but all the biggest tracks which I've done and which have been out there, I've always produced with a colleague of mine. Okay. Always with a colleague of mine.
Nice, and this is at your studio?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What's your take on AI generated music? You think it's there, it's going to take over the DJs, and is it a threat to DJs? What do you think? Do you think it's okay?
See, the thing is that I know that technology is going to come up and things are going to happen and there's nothing you can do about it. So
but do you think it can take over the DJs?
I don't think anything can take over a human being at all, ever. Like you could have the best samples of tablas, but you will never be as good as a Zakir Hussain, no matter what, how much ever you try. They could give you the best variations of the rhythms, but you cannot be a Zakir Hussain. So I feel the same for AI. They can help you out to a certain extent and be really good. But I still feel that nobody can touch the human aspect and the human touch of it.
I agree too.
So I embrace it. In fact, I've also started using AI in my music productions.
Okay,
so it's really good, but I would not let it walk over me and use it to the extent where I don't have to do anything. I have to just press one button and everything is done. So that's something which I would not do for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you had to perform for a Bollywood, say any big Bollywood celebrity,
Right.
who would that be? Or have you performed for one?
Akshay Kumar. The party would get over at 10 o'clock and I'd be at home at 10:30 in the night. Chilling, sleeping. I could wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for my workout. The best person to do a party for. 7 p.m. your party starts. 10 o'clock he'll say pack up, go home.
You've not performed for him, right?
No, yeah, that's the
But
thing.
you want
yeah,
to.
Really, yeah. It's the best party to go for. Amazing.
Oh, that's a funny one. Actually, you should hear that. If you had to rank the top 5 DJs in India right now, what would that list be?
Okay, now this is a question you're going to get somebody beaten up or,
No.
I think you want somebody to talk shit behind my back.
No, not at all. See,
You-
I've had a common question, for all the
All the
artists.
DJs, okay.
I want to know what's your list.
So I would not
Number 1,
say
2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a little difficult.
Number one
but,
would be?
But number 1 for me always would be Hussain.
Hussain.
Always, yeah.
Second?
I think he's fabulous in this playing as well as producing.
Okay.
Second would be Akhil,
Okay.
no doubt.
Third?
Third would be I like Maddock a lot as well. I
Maddock.
like his performances.
Anurag.
So, yeah, Anurag. So he'd be number 3 on the list. Number 4 would be there is this one DJ in Delhi. He's not, I don't know if people have heard of him or no, but he's a very, very good artist and he plays fantastic music. His name is Ash. He's a resident DJ at Privé nightclub.
Okay.
I think Ash is fantastic at number 4 on the list.
And 5?
And number 5 would be Akhtar sir.
Akhtar. I was just waiting for this name.
Yeah,
I was thinking I should remind you. It's a mistake.
Akhtar sir, for only one thing, I think he should be in the Guinness Book of World Record for playing the longest sets.
Is it?
You have to beg him to stop. I feel that enthusiasm is amazing. Like I was like, भाई अभी चलो घर पे चलो यार, please हो गई, अभी सब लोग crowd भी निकल गया. He's like, no, I'm just experimenting on a few more songs, something new, something different. I just want to see if it works. Pack up करो घर पे चलो.
I'm very fond of Akhtar, very
Yeah.
fond of, as a person as well.
Oh, yeah,
The kind of
absolutely.
things he's done for people in
Absolutely.
COVID as well.
Yeah.
I have huge respect
Yeah, he's
for him.
fantastic. He is
yes.
fantastic
Who's
human
an
being.
overrated DJ according to you in the industry? You are overrated. You're being so
much.
safe, Suketu.
No, serious. Arey, but there's nothing to be
no,
safe about
I don't want your name.
No.
I want a name you feel genuinely. See, nobody's going to take it otherwise, right? But I have my own opinion, or everybody has their own opinion. Somebody who's overrated and somebody's underrated.
Overrated, I don't know because I've not really heard many DJs, so I don't know.
I just knew this.
Seriously, I'm honest about it. I told you also that I haven't heard
Somebody
many
you've just
DJs.
heard, and we hear things also about other artists, right?
I mean, overrated though, like I've heard of so many of the new DJs who are really there and who are out there and who are doing fantastic. But honestly speaking, I can't even comment because I've never heard them play music. So I don't know how good or bad they are.
Amongst the big
there
names?
is Chetas, there is Ganesh right now who's very popular. There's DJ AJ who's very popular right now. There is, who else is there?
So out
there
of
are
these, do you think
again, the thing is
anybody's
that I've
overrated?
never seen any of them perform. I never heard them perform. So I don't know. Whatever I've seen of them is on YouTube or on their social media posts. And I can't judge something with that because the thing is that is of course the best clip. Like, I could have the whole party, people are all sad, but I play those 2 songs and people are dancing. I'll take a video of that and put it up and all shit, man, my party was a hit. So, honestly, if I do hear them perform and I do, have something to say, I would definitely say it. There's no doubt about it at all. But, yeah. I mean, haven't got an
knew your
opportunity
answer,
to
but that's okay. I understand you don't want to say it.
yeah.
But okay, so have you ever seen DJ Chetas perform?
No, that's the thing.
Never.
Him and all the other guys who I mentioned.
And
I've
YK?
never- NYK also never. I've seen him only online on his things.
Okay.
Actually, yes. No, I came a day later. We were playing for a 3-day event. There was a 3-day event at Diaz in Goa. And it was Akhtar sir, NYK, and then me last. So I came a day later. So yeah, I didn't. Again, never seen him live. Never seen him perform live. But I totally respect him because I love the way he makes his videos. And I feel that if anybody wants to know how to exploit the greatest gift given to mankind, the internet,
Yes.
they have to learn it from him.
And YK.
Fabulous. He's a good producer, no doubt, but his ability to, get those numbers is something. I think it's a lesson. Yep. Yes.
What's, like DJs have a reputation of having these wild parties, alcohol, drugs, this, that. Have you ever been a part of anything wild or like a wild party or been in a situation?
I drink alcohol, that's
Okay.
the only thing, but nothing else. I've, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I've been for a few raves which have been pretty crazy in Goa and everything, in Disco Valley and all that stuff. But I've seen it, but that's about it. I don't know, I just never felt the need to take anything or do anything to enjoy myself.
Okay.
Until date, I only drink when I'm with somebody and socially. Like if I'm on a flight alone, people say, oh shit, when I'm going on a long flight, I need to have a drink while I'm on flight or something like that. I don't like to drink alone for sure.
Okay.
So I like to be with friends. If I'm with friends, then I don't mind having a few drinks and partying and everything like that. But akele nahi hota hai. Yeah.
But what about those DJs, who drink a lot during the performance? You think that's right? Or it's okay till the time they're performing well? It doesn't spoil the performance?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not there to judge anybody. I'm not there to only judge them if they are messing up the party.
Yes.
If they're not doing that and
Yeah.
the people are loving it and the crowd is enjoying and they're making good music,
That's more.
I don't think I should even involve myself on why he's
Exactly.
doing it or she's doing it or whatever.
Yeah.
No. I've never
Okay.
looked upon anybody doing any of that stuff also differently. Each to their own. Yeah.
Do you think these days, DJs rely more on social media than their talent and the skill?
110%.
110%?
Yes.
I mean, what's your take on that? I mean,
Again, like I said, that everybody has to move on with times. I try to be on social media as much as I can as well. I'm not as much as I should be. I should be a lot more. Like I should up my game by at least 75-80%.
I think
But
you're on social
still-
media, Suketu, because I'll tell you why. If I see a lot of these, young DJs, their Instagram posts sometimes, and I see DJ Suketu is liking all of them.
Yeah, so that's it. So I'm there to see what is happening. I
Okay.
love to see what's happening, so I'm aware of what's happening. In fact, if some DJs put up, videos of his gigs, I'm normally not looking at the gig. I'm put my phone is there. I want to see which song is he playing where the crowd had that reaction. What is it what he's playing and what is the mix like. So yes, I'm on social media a lot to see what's around me and what's going on.
Okay.
But personally,
Not on yourself.
Yeah, not on me at all. Like.
With so much new talent coming up now, Suketu, don't you sometimes feel a little edgy for you to keep proving yourself? And for how long are you going to, keep going? And eventually somebody has to take over. You've pulled it on for so long, right?
Right.
So, what's your...
But hasn't somebody already taken over? I
No,
think there are
you
DJs
see,
who are way bigger than
you
me.
see,
already.
Suketu, there are a couple of names which are still dominating in the industry. That is you, Akhtar, and Akil.
Right.
Right. These are the names which are still on the top. For a newcomer to break this, it's a challenge. It's a real challenge. So how does anybody do that? I'm sure there are a lot of new talent out there, but it's become very difficult to break this group, break these names, and to take, like Chetas has a different thing altogether.
Right.
NYK, I will say.
Yeah.
But my question is, how edgy do you feel? Like eventually somebody is going to,
So I think somewhere down the line I've been mentally prepared for it from the time I began.
Okay.
Because my dad again had always told me that don't think that this is going to last for the rest of your life. And at that time I thought that my cutoff age would be about 37, 38.
Okay.
I'm 49 and I'm still DJing. So I think God has been more than kind. But I would love it if some new talent comes up. In fact, whenever I see some new talent, like I've collaborated and done tracks with Sukriti and Prakriti Kakkar. I've done tracks with Akul. I've done tracks with Melody. So I think I love working with the youngsters. In fact, I would love it. I would say, listen, you take all the fame and everything you want. Let me just be a part of your world and let me see how you guys are working. I think that is one of the best things.
A lot of these young DJs today have so much of energy in
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
the way they mic.
Absolutely.
Now imagine you being with someone like this on a stage,
Yeah.
and he, the whole attention from you just goes to him because of his energy level. Are you not going to feel little?
No, yeah.
No?
No, yeah, not at all. It happens to me every time when I play with Akhil. Yeah, he takes all the show and everything. Yeah, I'm just thinking about sometimes. Oh, tu tha wahan pe, mereko pata. Where the hell were you? I said, I was behind him at the console.
So, for how many years more do you think you want to continue DJing?
I haven't given it like that so many more years or whatever. I think till it goes on and till my health and my body permits me to be there and do my thing, I would love to do it.
And have you planned your last gig? Do you have something like this? My last show is going to be like this or whatever.
No.
You haven't planned it yet.
The minute you start planning your end only, then that means you're already finished. That means you're working towards that.
Yes.
I'm not working towards it only. I'm just waiting to see what's happening.
You still
in the
want
future.
to continue.
Yeah, I love it. So like I said, that's why when sometimes the younger DJs say that, sir, we want to do a track with you and let's collaborate. I love that thing. I just want to know that what is going on in that person's mind. How is he going to remix the tracks? So sometimes I just like to sit there and watch, and then after he or she is done, then I'd say, okay, fine. Now can I add my 2 bits on it or whatever? I love that, and I think when people are threatened when they are not confident of themselves.
Yes. So for you, it's not like that. So imagine you are in a situation where you're performing, and I'm talking about DJ ethics, where it comes to DJ ethics, and you're performing and it's really going great, and suddenly one of your friend, say Akhil or somebody you don't know, comes, puts a fader down and starts miking, right? Is that right?
Absolutely not.
Not?
Absolutely not.
Has it ever happened to you? Somebody tried to nudge you? Lots of times.
Lots of times.
So how do you handle such a situation?
I just have one of the bouncers behind somebody, I just push on it, just tell them you're not allowed in the console and just pull the person out. See, if it's a private event, if I'm playing for somebody's private event, I can't say anything because it's their party, it's their, their friends, so they can do whatever they want. But if it's a nightclub or a concert or a festival or something which I'm playing for and somebody does this, definitely not good. Never to be done.
So if it's Akhil who does it, I mean, it's okay with you?
So I feel that, if Akhil also does it, he'll do it with in a certain way, which will not hamper my performance, my music or anything like that, because he knows, he's been there himself, right? Even he won't like it when somebody does this to him. So never. In fact, one of the things which I don't even like is that if I go into a nightclub and a resident DJ is playing over there and people go, oh Suketu's come, oh announce karo. I said, kyun announce karo? Kiske liye? Why? Call him on stage, call him on the console. And I wonder, why do you want to call me on the console? It's his night, he's playing music, he's getting the party going, people are loving him. Why do I need to be there? Why do you need to stop anything for me? Or even if you want to just acknowledge, okay, we got DJ Suketu in the house, welcome to the party, and move on. That's it. Don't stop anything. So it is absolutely wrong to do that. You should not do that ever. And if it's done to you, then you should have a backup plan of how to get it, how to let it go. I've had sometimes a club owner coming and doing that. Now this guy is the person who owns the club.
And what did he do?
So I just took out my pen drive and said, I think we got I just actually announced that we got DJ Mr. Whatever taking over. I'm done. Have a great night. And I just walked out of there. Absolutely.
What was he doing exactly?
He was there. He was continuously telling me that ye gana bajao. Then after that he was just like, welcome to my club and whatever. And he was just going on and on about it. So after about maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes, mixed about 2 songs, and then it just went too much. And I was asking the GM of the club and the other people to take him out. He's like, no, he's drunk. If we tell him anything, then we'll get fired, blah, blah, whatever. Just literally made the announcement that we got Mr. So-and-so taking over the party from night now. Welcome DJ So-and-so. I'm done for the night. Goodbye. Thank you. And I had just played about an hour, 15 minutes into my set. That's it. Took out my pen drive, took out my headphones, and I just walked out of there.
Nobody stopped you?
They did, but it didn't matter.
Well, I think that's the best thing to do.
But the good thing
did the right thing.
But the good thing about that is, when I've spoken to any other DJ who's gone to that club after that, this has never happened again.
Is it, which city is this?
In Delhi.
In Delhi.
Yeah. It has never happened again.
Is it a very well-known club?
It's actually in Noida, not even in Delhi.
Okay.
So yeah, it never ever happened after that again. It is it stopped. Every other artist who went to perform at that club after that said that this has never happened. How come it happened to you? So that maybe because I set an example over there to say that if you do this to us, then this is what we'll do back to you. And it's your night. You go ahead and do it.
But so, what about any DJ rubbing you the wrong way, or have they ever misbehaved?
No, so again, like I said, that that I don't interact much with the.
No, but what about DJs. In the console? Somebody's, come in the console while you're performing.
Most of the time, I think most of the DJs have been pretty respectful. Even the newer DJs or the resident DJs, they normally just take a back seat and leave because they know that, okay, fine, he knows what he has to do. He's there. He's been there, done that more than what we have. and he's proved it time and again. So I don't think we can tell him anything. So.
Or what if they misbehaved with you? What if they disrespected while you're playing? How would you handle the situation? Because this is something that people need to hear.
I think the first thing would be that I myself would tell the person off in the console.
Okay.
And if that didn't work, then I'd probably call the management to do something about him and take him out.
Okay.
But they're definitely 100% not. I would not accept it. I would not accept it at all. 100%. Yes. So it's good. I think again, it's never happened that any of the DJs have disrespected me like that. And most of the time when a DJ has come to my console, it's been a DJ who's been a friend of mine. So it's either been an Akhil or an Akhtar or somebody or whatever. And they've never done anything to disturb my performance. They've actually taken my performance sometimes to another level. They will say, wow, this is amazing. And so it's been good that way. Been lucky enough.
Suketu, it's been an absolute honor to have you on the podcast. Your journey, your passion for music and your incredible talent have inspired so many, including me. You're not just a legend in the DJ scene, but also one of the most humble and grounded individuals I've had the pleasure of speaking with. Thank you so much for sharing your time and wisdom with us. Wishing you continued success and unforgettable performances ahead.